Take one. Hello everyone out there in Tartland. This is Mark from San Diego, and today we are going to make some lemon tarts or lemon bars. People call them different. It's holiday season coming up, so this is going to be one of my treasures that I bring over to my family's house for Thanksgiving. So it's a very simple recipe, at least for me and probably for you too. It's going to be two steps. We're making pie crust and then the actual lemon curd itself. So, before much ado, we're going to talk about the graham cracker crust. We're going to be making the same crust we made a couple episodes ago. We're going to be using Pamela's gluten-free graham cracker, and we're going to be blending this up and making the actual crumbs for it, and butter. So that's all that's in the crust. And we're going to be making them in little tartlets. And in case you're looking at this, this is not for that. This is for actually pressing the graham crackers down in the bottom. And the second part is going to be the lemon curd. Now we are using many different kinds of lemons and limes today. We're going to do a combination. We have some regular lemons, we have some regular limes, we have some Mexican limes, and we have some Key West limes. So we're going to mix it all together, and just a little mixture. With that goes eggs. We're going to be using egg yolks and the whole eggs in certain parts. Honey. We're using honey instead of sugar because sugar can be too sweet, and I like my tarts tarty. So the tartier the tart is, the tartier it will be. So we use honey, which gives it tart and sweet, but not overboard. We're using butter, a couple pinches of salt, and some cream. And that's all the ingredients, I think, at this point. So we're going to get started. Shouldn't take too long for this video. So our first step is we are going to preheat the oven, 350. Unlike the pie crust that I made earlier, we're going to cook this for about 10 minutes at 350. Here we go. Again, as you can see, I'm using Pamela's graham crackers. They just seem to work really well for what I do here. First thing we're going to do, we're going to put 1 cup of graham cracker crushed and 4 tablespoons of butter. We're going to mix this up. Okay, we get this so it's like a wet, sandy consistency. Kind of like you're walking on the beach and putting your toes in this nice, warm sand. Now we're going to take this and put 1 spoon in at a time. Let's see how much we need. We're going to press it down. Press it down nice and even. We're going to get into the little crinklies of the cupcake thing so the edges look really nice when they come out. I guess I'll just fill them all to start with here. Tamp them down pretty good. Okay, now they're all tamped down, and we're going to throw them in the oven for about 10 minutes. Set the timer. Oh, I think the timer's going to go off. Let's pull it out. Turn that off. And here we go. Just so we have it cooked on the bottom. Set it up here to cool. Now that I was interrupted by these coming up, I'm going to go back to zesting my lemons. Now we're going to squeeze 3/4 cups of lemons, limes, combination of all of it. Okay, our next step is we're going to make the lemon curd. So we have 6 yolks and 3 whole eggs. And what I do is I just take the whites out from the 6 eggs and I use them for breakfast in the morning, some egg white omelets or whatever. 1/4 cup of lemon and lime zest. 1/2 cup of honey. 3/4 cup of the lemon lime juice. And 2 pinches of salt, which is roughly around an 1/8 teaspoon. We're gonna bring it over, we're gonna whisk it up. Okay, we're gonna whisk it up like this, and we're gonna put it on the stove. Low to medium heat, and we're gonna stir constantly. Now we're bringing this to 165 degrees, and I have my little handy dandy. It's only 75 right now. I want to keep it constantly stirring. And that timing of 5 to 7 minutes is when it should be thicker or thick enough to put into the cups. It's actually the egg whites and the egg yolks that are gonna make it a thicker consistency. Now it's reached around 165 degrees. So you can see it's getting thick already here. Okay, we got it at a nice consistency here. Now we're gonna mix in the butter with the whisk. It smells lemony. Okay, it's all melted. Now we're gonna pour it through a strainer. Fine. We're going to work it through with the rubber spatula. This is to get any of the curdled eggs out. We don't want that in this wonderful dessert. Anything you can get to the sieve will be fine for the end product. Your leftovers will look kind of like this. Looks like a little bit of egg whitey stuff in there. Squeeze every bit you can get out. Now we're going to stir the cream in. 3 tablespoons of cream. And we're going to pour it into on top of that. And we refrigerate it. No, we are. For S&Gs, we are also making a. For S&Gs, along with the Tarty Tart Tarts we're also making an 8-inch springform pan with the crust. A little bit different recipe. We're following the actual Pamela's pie crust recipe, which is an additional 4 tablespoons of sugar. So now you have the brown sugar, the butter, and the graham cracker crust. And we're going to do this as a comparison to the little tartlets that are Tarty Tart. Seen a little bit? Okay, now we're ready to pour this into the springform pan. We're going to put it in nice and evenly around the whole thing. Try not to go up on the edges. If you notice, I lined the pan with paper, parchment paper. I actually put a little bit of butter around the inside to hold the paper in place. And not quite going up to the edges. Now we're going to put this in the refrigerator and let it chill. One thing you can do, because of timing, you may want to put everything in the freezer the night before. It does work out pretty well. It thaws very nicely. So, into the fridge. Okay, let's see how these bad boys did. Beautiful. Now, I did have to put these in the freezer for a short period of time so that would peel out nice. But there they are. And they can be garnished with whipped cream, little pieces of lemon zest, whatever you want. Okay, now we're gonna do our springform pan. See how that came out. Fingers crossed. Oh, looks pretty nice. And what do we always say? A tidy kitchen is a happy kitchen. Voila! I did that magically while you were all out there snooze land. All right, thank you everyone. This is Mark from Tartland and San Diego, streaming to Murano. Have a great Thanksgiving, everyone. Bye.